Next weekend, Abilene Christian University is continuing a summer theater tradition. It's the Abilene Shakespeare Festival. So here to tell us about this year's shows, Corbin Gilliland and Lauren McLeod. Welcome. Glad to have you both here today.
Thank you.
Two shows coming to the stages at ACU next weekend, Father's Day weekend, and bring in Willie the Shake.
That's
life,
right,
if you will. The Bard is in action. This is a lot of fun. And I'm looking at the two shows, one a bit more well known, the other one a little lesser known, and with an adaptation. So the Shakespeare Festival, a lot of fun. It's been in ACU's history books since 1990 when they first started, and you all have not been able to do it though for the last couple of years, and now we're back on stage.
That's right.
So tell me about the shows. There's two of them, and you each have roles in them.
Yes, so we're doing Love's Labor's Lost, which is a little bit of a lesser known one, so it's made into more of a musical adaptation, kind of give it a little vamp up and make it more exciting. And then we're also doing Taming of the Shrew, which is an all-around classic.
It is. So Love's Labor's Lost.
Yes.
I'm working on saying this. It is set as a musical and in modern time.
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah.
And you're both starring in this particular one.
That is true, yes.
I'm playing Princess, and he's playing Barone.
That's right, yeah.
Okay, so Love, Labor's Lost. So tell me about kind of the setting, because I mean, we mentioned before the show a lot of Shakespeare's work. I mean, it transcends centuries. That's why we're still performing it to this day. But how do you modernize something like this?
The musical specifically is placed in a resort at a college reunion, and so even though all of the jokes and stuff transcend like time, it's obviously it's timeless. It's been around for 500 years, and it wouldn't be if it wasn't timeless. But it is placed in a modern setting so that it's more relatable for the audiences.
Yeah, it still deals with the same concepts of love and relationships and just commitment, which is sort of the funnier part of the show, is that it's about these men who want to make a vow to study, and then they instantly see women and they question their vow in the first place.
Happens every year at a university across the nation. So this is a very familiar scenario. I love that you all are doing an adaptation and modernizing it. You play a princess.
I do, yeah.
Every little girl wants to be a princess.
Absolutely.
Anything about her that kind of strikes, it's different from who you are, that's kind of a stretch or something that you can relate to?
Yeah, she's very confident in herself, at least the way she puts herself forward, and she knows how to command a room, and so it's very fun to get to explore that side of things.
Not something you typically do. Okay, well, when she takes the stage, she does. I promise you, she'll command your attention, and you as well. Like you said, you're one of the guys that's made a vow to study.
Absolutely.
And, that goes out the window.
In the same sense as Petruchio in Taming of the Shrew, it's very physical. The show itself is very physical. It's a lot about stage combat and wrestling and like slapstick humor. We're really playing into just this over-the-top comedy, just because it's kind of what it all is. It adds more to it besides just the elevated text. You have all of just the physical comedy into it as well.
So as Petruchio, you're supposed to try and tame Caterina and supposed to, and you know, when we modernize things like this, although this is still set in Shakespearean time, but thinking about women in this day and age, I mean, there's a few shrews out there. We can be them from time to time, but we don't care to be. But understanding just the human nature behind it and how to relate, and you know, taming 500 years ago, it probably wasn't too far off from the way you have to tame now with listening and understanding and patience.
Correct, yeah. For them, back in that time, that was just the way you would court, unfortunately, but it's just kind of how things were. But so you would just have to do different things. You have to be more physical.
You try that, and then you get to your end result, and of course you have to see it to understand how it all turns out, but it turns out pretty fabulous, because these are two of Shakespeare's, one better known, one lesser known, but fabulous pieces of work.
Right.
We love it. I hope you keep your line straight between both shows.
Yes.
Twither, dithers, and vows, and all of the above. So curtain goes up next weekend.
Yes.
That's correct.
We're excited. We want people to get their tickets and come out and see it, because they're going to want to find some AC, and this would be a great place to do it.
That's true, and it's free as well. It's for the community, by the community.
Wow.
So.
Well, congratulations. I know a lot of time and effort has gone into this, and looking forward to see what ACU is putting on the stage this summer.
Yes, we're excited for it.
If you'd like to come out for the Abilene Shakespeare Festival, it will be at Abilene Christian University in the Folks Theater. Love's Labor's Lost, that runs June 15th and 17th at 7:30 p.m. Taming of the Shrew runs June 16th and 18th at 7:30 as well. Admission, again, it is free, but donations are always welcomed.